Hey guys, as always, I appreciate you tuning in and watching this video. Today I'm going to be talking about the North American Revival movement. Uh, this is something that Moxie and Starry and a couple others um, brought to my attention a couple weeks ago before I guess it was an official thing, and we discussed some ideas, and I had some thoughts and was taking way too long to actually just type them out, so I figured it was easier to record them, post them, and respond to your replies versus trying to rewrite 15 paragraphs of what I had in my head. So first of all, I think that the idea behind this is great. In speaking with Moxie and Starry, I understand what their intentions are, and I think the movement itself is great. A lot of the things I'm going to share are ways I think we can tweak or adjust to make it even better. So it might sound negative, but I'm actually really happy and excited about what's going on. So I just wanted to preface everything with that. If you haven't been to the site yet, it's narevival.com. I think that's also the Twitter handle and the hashtag as well. So if you wanted to go there, follow the Twitter account, read what it's about here on the website, and I'm going to go through some of it right now anyway. But you can check it out here. So if you go, it's looks like Twitter Bootstrap, I guess, is the template of the site. So if you click one, it just kind of scrolls all the way down. But their text about the movement itself, to me, was a little bit confusing. I think they probably explained it better in words than they've done here with text. You could say it's an international movement to help revive North American esports community. I don't know that the esports community in general needs reviving in North America. I think specifically Counter-Strike's community in North America could use a little bit of a spark and some reviving. So this is something that I don't necessarily agree with in its broadness, but I think, again, speaking with Moxie and Starry, I think I understand a little bit better of what they're looking for here. Then the way this is phrased, I think, is a little bit different. I'll probably tweet this out and have them edit it, but it says here that their mission is to rally support for games like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, but then here it says the goal is to provide a platform for gamers to come together and create opportunities for CSGO gamers. So just the phrasing of this is a little strange. And I think it's really important to clarify what the goal is, and how this movement is going to achieve the goal. One of the things that we talk about on the business side of my life is defining success and what success looks like. You know, if you say, "Hey, listen, we're trying to revive Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and success to us looks like 15 new teams sign up next season," then it's a measurable outcome that you can go back and validate against, and you can say, "Yes, we've succeeded," or "No, we haven't succeeded." So I think it's important that this gets clarified. The goal gets outlined clearer. The movement itself explains how it feeds into that goal. So the goal is this, and this is how we're going to accomplish the goal. And also, success in our minds are defined by this. So we know we've achieved this goal and we're successful when X, Y, or Z happens. I think that's one. The supporters here are people that are going to be around for a 24-hour stream. Here are the dates and the times: 10 to 10 from the 6th to the 7th of July. This was a little bit confusing. I know people have tweeted, I think, a little bit about this. And I'm actually a little bit confused on it myself. I know that there's going to be streaming going on for 24 hours. I don't know if all these people are streaming. If they are, who we're supposed to be watching, or if we're supposed to be watching all of them. Why were these people chosen? There's just a little bit, it's I don't know, you can't click any of these links, so it doesn't explain anything in the background. Is this too many people? If this is a stream, is that just too many people to watch? Are they tag teaming? Are we going to watch Frost play for a couple hours, and then Mainline's going to jump in, and then Guardian is going to take it, and then Faflaren in a different time zone is going to finish it out. So a little bit confused about this. We'll have to get this clarified. And again, you can come here and you can see, there's some casters, there's some players. There's the Streamathon here, so they explain a little bit about this. They're going to be packed with events and giveaways. The giveaways are for ESEA or Netcode Illuminati. I'll come back to this in a minute. You have a chance to play with professionals in Counter-Strike, League of Legends, or StarCraft. Again, I'm going to come back to that, and here's a list of the games that are going to be played. the ability for you to contribute, which I think hits somebody's PayPal, looks like in the address bar there. If I take it back a little bit, I don't know what the justification for some of the people chosen here were. If this is an event that's supposed to spark something in the Counter-Strike scene for North America, we'll certainly want to put our best foot forward. And it is through that context that I would suggest that we make sure that we're doing that. And that's not to knock anyone in particular. But we definitely want to make sure that we're not putting people that are going to troll or make us look bad. That if people are going to be casting, that they're the best casters that we've got to offer, so that if somebody tunes in that maybe isn't familiar with the game or they don't play competitively, they hear the excitement. They see some really good players that are nice people and friendly and helpful, and they say, "Hey, this looks great." Versus some of the things I think people have become accustomed to seeing when they try to play Counter-Strike for the first time. Or, if they join ESEA, their first week is usually pretty brutal. So that's one point that I would make. Maybe just clarifying why these players were chosen, what their roles are going to be, clarifying who's streaming when and what they're streaming. Is everybody streaming? Whose stream we're supposed to be watching? All that good stuff. It mentioned down here that there's going to be a tournament. And the cash prize hasn't been set yet. It's going to be 8 of our favorite North American pro teams. I would suggest instead of 8 of the pro teams, maybe 6 pro teams, and then let the community vote on 2. That'll keep the community engaged, to be really interactive, and they'll have a say in the teams that they're going to watch. So it'll be interesting to see who they pick. And then I guess as a result, if you wanted to get very analytical about it, you can say they chose this team and that team. The qualities of these 2 teams are this. It seems like people really like teams that are that thing. And it could be really friendly, really funny, kind of silly. They rage a lot, but you'll be able to, I think, analyze the qualities of the teams that are voted in. So that's what I would suggest for this. Instead of kind of the same, 8 teams, maybe make it 6 and then put 2 in at the community's choice. There's obviously the contribute button I mentioned on the bottom. I think that's what's going to determine this cash prize. I don't know, and I guess there's another area for clarification. For the people that'll be streaming, a lot of them have their donate buttons. I guess we'd have to make sure everybody's going to have the same button so that someone's not donating to Casey Foster when they meant to donate to NA Revival, for example. So there's that. I would also say that just if you guys haven't read the Reddit thread on this, there's a lot of people that do not like the fact that this is kind of the same old faces, same old companies. There's a particular one that I won't mention that if you read the thread on Reddit, it's pretty bad. People probably won't participate because there's a certain group involved that a lot of the Reddit readers strongly dislike. And I think I understand why certain groups are involved, and they're obviously bringing things to the table. But I know that in some of the feedback on the threads and stuff I posted the past few weeks about how we can grow the game in North America, people want new faces. People want something new and exciting, and I'm not sure if giving them pieces of kind of the old and the same really hit that mark. Probably not something that can be changed at this point, but something I wanted to comment on. It's the definition of insanity, if you guys have ever heard that saying, it's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And this is a little bit different in what's going to be executed, but it's a lot of the same faces. So that's something that I'd caution and maybe suggest for the next tournament or the next event. The giveaways, I don't know. I don't think there's a ton of people that wanted free ESEA memberships, or maybe not even the Netcode memberships. I would just encourage you. I'm not going to speak to those in depth, but I encourage you, especially if you're affiliated with this movement, this event here, to go read that Reddit thread, because it's some good feedback. And I have to say, the NA Revival folks on Twitter, everything that they've done so far has been very in tune to what the community's feedback has been. So if you guys have feedback, share it. And if you're involved with the event, please go read the Reddit thread and gather some of the thoughts and feedback there, and maybe we can make some adjustments. This is one that I don't quite understand. I tweeted it and I got a response back, but I guess this kind of goes back into the goal, right? If the goal is to play or is to encourage people to play Counter-Strike and to grow Counter-Strike and to revive this scene in North America, then I don't know how playing StarCraft is going to do it. And I think that this might be a little bit backwards. And in that, I mean, if we're going to have Counter-Strike players streaming StarCraft as part of this 24-hour stream, I don't know how many StarCraft players that's going to turn into Counter-Strike players, if you follow my train of thought there. What I would suggest, find one of the guys from League of Legends or StarCraft or Dota 2 that have, on average 15,000 viewers. And maybe what we donate, we take some of the donations or we take some money and we say, hey, listen, man, I'll buy you the game and gift it to you on Steam. And I would like for you to play Counter-Strike Global Offensive for a couple hours during this event. And in line with that, you'll have to have some intro videos and stuff lined up. But that person with 15,000 followers and viewers is going to do much more to gain exposure for the game than a Counter-Strike player who might average 100 viewers is going to do playing a different game. So I think that's kind of backwards. Instead of CS players playing StarCraft to get more StarCraft players to play Counter-Strike, find one of the top StarCraft 2 players. That's flexible, willing. Maybe they're going to want some money. That'll all have to be considered. But get them to stream for a couple hours playing this game and having fun and running around with a shotgun and kind of being silly, and have off of that the ability to introduce new players to the game, again with videos or guides or something. So that's something that I would definitely suggest changing, and I think that's something that can still be changed at this point. I'm looking through my notes here. I think that's mostly what I had to share. I don't know how long I've been talking, I guess about 12 minutes or so. And again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. As I mentioned before, you can see the URL here, narevival.com. It's the same as their Twitter account. They've been really good. The movement here is exciting, and hopefully it's going to succeed, and we'll see more Counter-Strike players, more competitive teams, and better quality teams as a result. Again, they really do take your feedback. There's been several changes here in some of the phrases and calling people pros that aren't pros and all that kind of stuff. So they're really listening. Please provide your feedback. And I hope that you guys, if you're able to, I know it's a holiday weekend, but if you can tune into this stream. I'm sure we'll get a little bit more clarification. We'll know who to watch, when to watch, what we're going to be watching. And I guess that's it. So thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate it, you guys. Any thoughts, feedback you guys have, please feel free to post. I'm going to be posting this in a forums thread. You can see up in the top here on the stream, top right, add.com to it. That's the URL that I'll be posting in the forums on. So if you have any feedback, it's easier to hit it there than it is to hit it in the YouTube comments. And look forward to your feedback. Appreciate your time, guys.